Our lives in big cities are so dominated by just optimization culture, hustle culture, and our metric to success has been so linked to how much we output and what our productivity is in terms of the economic engine. We are back. It's been a good day of working on For Goodness Sake. Today's goal was just to sit down with myself and clear this clutter in my mind, because for the last few weeks, one of the things that I've noticed is I've been super excited to move forward with committing my career to For Goodness Sake. And I've been getting started on the socials, getting started on what the customer journey looks like with the first product, and all of those things. And the thing that I did experience over the last week in specific was I was with a bunch of friends, and they were sort of asking me, as most people are, what am I doing with my career right now after peak? And I started talking through what I'm doing with For Goodness Sake. And the big learning was that all of the crazy good, beautiful ideas that I have in my brain sit amazingly inside of my brain, but it's only when somebody else asks you about it and you have to articulate it outwards, you realize all of the things that you might not be thinking about or seeing. And for me, the thing that I was not seeing was that my vision to an outsider, to a stranger, can seem or sound confusing and not have the absolute clarity that a listener would want. So today was just sitting down and putting into words exactly what For Goodness Sake is, trying to explain it to the target audience as to what I'm trying to build over here. And so this is what I've come up with. For Goodness Sake is a cultural lifestyle brand that looks at restoring joy in our daily life. All right, and that's just me saying a few words right now, but the why behind it is being a person that has had my share of experiences in life, from really deep ones of near-death experiences to building an EV startup that was so large scale and shutting it down, and just being born into a large-scale business family and living in Dubai, a big city around the world. I've observed that our lives in big cities are so dominated by just optimization culture, hustle culture, and our metric to success has been so linked to how much we output and what our productivity is in terms of the economic engine. Our identity is so attached to our work. Our sense of worth is so attached to how much we contribute to the economy, how much we do at work, essentially. And as we live in a technological revolution with AI coming in, and possibly in 10 years' time, every single job that we know of being taken over by a thing that is significantly smarter than us, much more capable than us, I do think at that point in time we're going to go from how optimized are we to how much meaning do we have? How much can we produce to how much can we live? And before hustle culture was even a thing, right, when capitalism started, there was a line between how much our lives are for production in the economy to living life as a human. Like, if you were a master at a craft, you were respected in society. If you had a beautiful time off and experienced the most beautiful holiday with your family and then went back to work, that was a point of interest to talk about. But today, in this day and age, it's not like that anymore. If you rest, you're seen as weak. If you pause in your day, you're seen as you're not as productive. And you're always thinking about, I mean, including myself, we're always thinking about what's the next thing we can do, how much more can we get out of our day, our life, etc. And I've realized with myself and probably with anybody, when you ask somebody what were the best moments of your life, I have never heard anybody say it was when I got that promotion, or it was when I got startup of the year, or I've never heard that, including with myself. When I had the toughest experience of my life, which was facing death, I had a crazy freak accident where I literally faced death. That was the point of realization for me, and probably why a lot of what I do sort of comes in the way that it does. But I remember in that moment in time, when I was in that ambulance with blood all over my face, not knowing if I'm gonna survive, the only thing that I could think about was like that memory with my family, or like wanting that again. And I think that's true for most people. Like, we care most, the thing that gives us most joy is that meal that you had on Tuesday evening with your wife that you somehow like made so beautiful because of the most mundane thing that you did that evening, or that trip to Copenhagen that you went to with your girlfriend and you had the best specialty coffee and cinnamon buns from that coffee shop, or that morning ride that you went to in Abu Dhabi and then you explored neighborhoods in Abu Dhabi and had the best breakfast. Like those are the things that people always say were the best moments of their life. But it is true that in our day and age today, that we're able to be less and less tangible about that. Like, it just slips through our lives. It goes because our minds are so occupied with the bigger things, with the impact that we create, with the purpose that we have, with the progress that we have with our career, etc. So, all the blabbering aside, For Goodness Sake is that brand that I want to build where people get to associate with it if they prioritize and they're that person that values the lived experience of daily life. Like, I'm not crazy experiential shit, but like, I'm a person that today, or at least for the last many months, I'm so intentional about my days. From the little things, from having that evening walk where I get to observe the city and I get to listen to the birds, to storing my core memory of the day and writing a little caption about what about that image do I want to remember in the future, for example, or about thinking through what are the objects in my life that make me feel so happy, what are the artists that make me feel a certain way, like all of these different things that add so much meaning to your daily life. um, yeah, I want to build a brand for people that resonate with that. So again, all the blabbering aside, today was doing that, but also building out the website on Framer. So the website is looking pretty good. I'm quite happy. And now, time to go for that bike ride. I'm so excited. I am so excited. Right, done. Got it done. 32K. Made it home. And now it's time for the last part of the day. Dessert. Always gotta have dessert. And today is gonna be the weirdest dessert of them all, but I have to tell you why I'm craving it so much. Oats with peanut butter, honey, and dark chocolate. That's exactly what I'm. This is what it ultimately looks like. This is how my day ends. And oh my god, my mouth is watering. Look at that dessert. Oats with chia, peanut butter, honey, and dark chocolate. Let's dig in and devour this. Oh, what a day it's been. A pretty good day, to be honest. I'm happy with it. In this freezing cold, that's exactly what I needed. It's super heavy, I know, but to be honest, when I'm feeling this way, like super weak, craving sugars, it's better to have something that doesn't have refined sugars, but is filling and not crave it later, than like eat a protein bar or a piece of chocolate and then just feel super hungry. So that's my treat. Eat this, potentially get some editing in, shower, sleep, one for tomorrow.